some sage to cleanse the space from my last reading. 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. If you have Aries anywhere in your birth chart, this is your tarot card reading. Again, it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Aries. What would you like Aries to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Welcome to Remedies Alchemy Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive tarot card reading. I am an intuitive tarot card reader. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aries. And so I do look at your horoscope. I look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements to get an idea of the energy that is surrounding you at this time. But first and foremost, I do trust my intuition. I do hope that you trust your intuition as well during this tarot card reading. I do believe that tarot cards are a wonderful way to vet what we are experiencing and also what our intuition, where spirit, where source is trying to lead us, where we're being guided. Thank you, Spirit. Aries, the foundation, the basis of your reading this week is the 2 of Pentacles. That is the gift, the ability to bring balance. We're making decisions that are bringing balance back into our lives, followed by the 3 of Pentacles. Perhaps our social life has been out of balance and we're making new decisions to bring that back into balance where we can find success. You know, this is your year to set yourself up. This is your time to set yourself up for success in the coming year. And let's see how that plays in to the rest of your reading this week, Aries. In your public life, in your professional life, and this would be career, education, business, finance, and money. We start with the 4 of Wands, which is new beginnings, fresh starts, new working relationships, new partnerships, new coupleships, as they result or as they happen in your public life. This is a happily ever after card, a happy beginnings, followed by the Queen of Wands, following our passions, following our intuition. You know, this is trusting our intuition and trusting that what we are passionate about will lead us to success. Trusting that there is something that is no longer serving us. We're finding clarity on what that is, and we're ready to leave that behind. The Knight of Pentacles, taking a pause, taking a break, and why I say taking a pause, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the tarot that their steed is not in action, that they're thinking, that they're planning, that they're getting ready to you're getting ready to set yourself up for success in the coming year or even in the coming years. You're planning, you're plotting, you're appreciating that this is a time in your life to plan for success. I think that you want to do it all. There's a lot that is on your plate. There is a lot that you want to accomplish and that you're wanting to do it all. the only thing here, it's like there's a lot of people asking. It's like other people, all they have to do is ask, and you say yes. And you're spreading yourself too thin. That is what's happening here. Look, they ask, you say yes. And because you're saying yes to everything, you're spreading yourself too thin. And it's important that we overcome this, that we stop spreading ourselves so thin. Spreading ourselves thin is not a good thing. Limit yourself to networking with people only when it is key. It's important that as we're networking is very important. Setting up working relationships is very important. But what is equally important is who are we setting up those relationships with? Who are we networking with? Sometimes it's just not worth the effort. It's not worth the energy. And it's important that we learn to say no. It's important that we learn to say no, that we use our time and our energy wisely, especially when it comes to networking, and that we don't overextend ourselves. Remember, Aries, this fall is about bringing balance back into our lives. If we can balance where we are saying yes and where we are saying no before this winter hits, before winter comes, it's important that we find that balance between saying yes and saying no, that we learn to balance spending our time wisely. If we can balance that before the winter, we will set ourselves up for success in the coming year. That is what is, so you're saying yes too often. Success will come when we bring balance in, when we bring balance in between who we say yes to and who we say no to. And the more imbalanced we are, the more success that will come to us in the upcoming year. Aries, in your private life, in your personal life, and this would be your love life, home, family, and friends, we start with the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is very guarded. It's like they've given up their dream to, they've given up their dream to meet the expectations of others. So instead of following their passion, instead of following their desires, they're following that of others. The Two of Swords, there is another choice. There's something here that you're not seeing. There's a choice that you can make that you're not aware of at this time. The Four of Pentacles, being guarded, being overprotective. Being guarded, being overprotective. And the Page of Pentacles. New starts, fresh beginnings, the gift of appreciation, the gift of gratitude, appreciating what we do have, what we can do. Aries, there is something here that you can no longer ignore. Something that has been staring you in the face. It's like, you know it's there. And it's like every time it comes to thoughts, every time it comes to mind, you choose to ignore it. You choose to pretend that it's not there. You choose to think that it's not real. But you're no longer able to do that. You're coming into the time, you're coming into the energy where you're not willing to compromise just for the sake of getting along. You're no longer willing to ignore this person or this situation or this person and situation any longer. You just can't ignore it any longer. It's almost like your back is against the wall. You found a new idea, you found a new solution. You are ready to speak up for yourself, and you're really ready to lay down the law, so to speak, on what you will and what you will no longer accept in your life. You're ready for this good year that is coming in for you, and you're realizing in order to achieve success, in order to achieve what it is in your life that you would like to achieve, that changes need to be made. And these changes that are being made, this solution is coming from within. You're ready for a good year, and you're ready to lay down the foundation to make that happen. And making that happen does require that you lay down your boundaries, that you set in place your boundaries, that you let everyone know what you will accept and you will no longer accept in your life. And you're ready to take the actions needed to make that happen. It's like you've made up your mind and you are going to stick with it, regardless of what may come. And because of that, you are setting yourself up. Again, you're setting yourself up for success. You're setting yourself up for success in the coming years. You're setting yourself up for success in the coming years. You're laying a new foundation. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I do know that setting new foundations is difficult. It's challenging, and it challenges all of our thoughts, all of our beliefs, but it is well worth the effort and energy well spent, Aries. Messages from Spirit. And we start off with the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card is higher wisdom, higher education. And this is the wisdom and the education that comes from ourselves, that comes from the spirit, that comes from the universe, that inner voice that is guiding us, our intuition. That is the key. The key to success comes from within. Followed by the Nine of Swords. And this Nine of Swords, especially when I see it here in messages from Spirit, is letting us know that Spirit is speaking to us in our dreams, is speaking to us during our downtime. So many times when I see this come up, I'll say, begin keeping that dream journal. When we start paying closer attention to our dreams and we start journaling them, especially if our dreams have been troubling, if we haven't been sleeping well, if we've been having restless nights, if we find ourselves waking up between the hours of 3 and 4, that is when Spirit really speaks to many of us. And we need to track that. We need to pay attention to that. As we begin to track that, as we begin to pay attention to that, we will see the synchronicities of what is happening in our dreams and what is happening in our waking lives. And it will help guide us into making clear, more decisive decisions in our waking lives, and it will also help us find deeper and more restful sleep. The Knight of Swords, taking action. A lot of actions. It's like we've said it, and now we're going to do it. Our actions are going to match our words. Our words are going to match with our action. And I love that that is followed by the King of Pentacles, which is the wealthiest card in the tarot. It's we have everything. We have mastered what it is needed for success. Success in our professional life and success in our private lives as well. Aries, the universe is surrounding yourself with the energy of change and one of inner transformation. You are going to find that the smallest changes make the biggest results or create the biggest results. The biggest results are created by the smallest changes. Create your best year by redirecting your energy, making the smallest changes. And I might even recommend that we create a vision board. A vision board really does help keep our focus, and it also puts out into the universe a visual image of what we are creating, what we're wanting the universe to bring into our lives.